One sync placement. A single regional TV ad running for a year. That pays more than 2 million Spotify streams. And it keeps paying. For years. Now here's the thing most AI music creators don't realize. You can generate a genuinely great track in Suno and still get bounced from every sync library before a human ever hears it. Not because the music's bad, because the AI signature triggered an automated filter. So let's break this down from the beginning. Sync licensing is when your music gets paired with visuals, a Netflix scene, a car commercial, a video game soundtrack. You get paid twice, an upfront fee when they license it, and ongoing royalties every time it airs. And most sync deals are non-exclusive. That's huge. One track can sit on 5 different platforms at the same time, each one eligible for its own placements. Your catalog compounds. Streaming doesn't do that. It resets every month. Look at the numbers side by side. 1 million Spotify streams, which takes months or years to reach, pays about $3,500. One mid-tier TV ad placement? $1,500 to $5,000 up front, plus another $2,500 to $10,000 in royalties over 5 years. From one track, one placement. But the real story is the compounding. By year 2, you're not just earning from new placements, you're still collecting royalties from year 1. The income layers. Every quarter, more checks arrive from older deals. Streaming never does this. So where do you actually submit? There are 6 platforms worth your time. And since most deals are non-exclusive, you can submit to all of them. But the order matters. Start with Pond5 and Artlist. Pond5 lets you set your own prices, has open submissions, and their AI policy is pretty permissive in practice. Artlist runs a subscription model with a massive client base. Lots of mid-tier placements flowing through there. These 2 are your foundation. Now, Musicbed, that's the top shelf. Selective, strict AI policy. But the payouts are strong when you get in. Don't apply first thing. Get 20+ tracks accepted on Pond5 and Artlist. Build that catalog. Then use it as your calling card for Musicbed. Soundstripe pays from a royalty pool. Earnings scale with usage. Music Gateway is interesting because you pitch directly to active briefs from real music supervisors. And Songtradr operates at global scale for film and TV. Harder to break into, but the placements are bigger. Here's where most AI music creators hit a wall. The bottleneck isn't making good tracks. Honestly, Suno and Udio can produce genuinely great music now. The problem is getting past the screening. Sync libraries are running 3 detection layers now. Synth ID. That's Google DeepMind's inaudible watermark baked into Suno and Udio output. Platform fingerprinting that catches spectral patterns unique to AI synthesis. And C2PA metadata tagging audio as AI generated before a reviewer even hits play. Any one of those triggers a rejection. And that's the frustrating part. You can spend an hour crafting the perfect track. Great mood, clean production, exactly what a music supervisor would want. But if the AI signature is still on it, rejected. No second look. Nobody ever hears the music. This is where Undetectr comes in. It's the only AI artifact remover purpose-built for music. It strips Synth ID watermarks, removes Suno and Udio fingerprints, handles C2PA metadata, and it does all of this without degrading your audio quality. The track still sounds exactly the way you intended, and the pricing is kind of ridiculous for what it does. €39. Lifetime. Unlimited tracks. That's not a monthly fee. That's a one-time cost. Your first sync placement will cover that 100 times over. Think of it as the cost of admission to the sync market. And to be clear, this isn't about deceiving anyone. It's about giving your music a fair shot. A rejected submission gets 0 evaluation. 0. A clean track that passes screening actually gets played by a music supervisor. That's all you need. Someone to hear it. So let me walk you through the actual workflow. 7 steps, not theory. A repeatable chain from generation to placement income. Skip any of these and you'll hit problems downstream. Step 1. Generate in Suno or Udio. Both are solid. Suno handles structure and polish better. Udio does more interesting vocal stuff. But for sync, lean instrumental, clear genre identity. Music supervisors search by mood and genre, not abstract vibes. Give them something they can categorize instantly. Step 2. Master for distribution. Pull the stems into a DAW, basic mastering, EQ, compression, limit to -14 LUFS for broadcast standards. Export as WAV or AIFF, not MP3. Some platforms auto-reject MP3 uploads. And while you're in there, add an alternate ending or extended intro. Supervisors love options. Step 3, and this is non-negotiable in 2026. Run every single track through Undetectr before you submit anywhere. Every track. The Synth ID watermark, the platform fingerprints, the C2PA metadata, all of it needs to be clean. Do this before submission, not after your first rejection. Step 4. Register with a PRO. ASCAP or BMI in the US. They're free to join. PRS if you're in the UK. Do this before your first submission, not after. Registration takes weeks to process, and every week you delay is back-end royalties you literally cannot collect. This is where the compounding income comes from. Step 5. Upload to 3 to 5 sync libraries at the same time. Start with Pond 5 and Artlist. Once you get 10+ tracks accepted, add Soundstripe. Set up a music gateway profile for brief matching. And Musicbed, save that for when you got a polished catalog of 20 or more tracks. Step 6. Submit to active briefs. Music Gateway and Songtradr have systems where supervisors post exactly what they need. Something like dark electronic _ 90 seconds, no vocals, for a thriller series. Success rate is low, but one hit from a brief pitch can pay more than dozens of passive library placements. Step 7. Track everything. Simple spreadsheet. Track title, ISRC code, which platforms it's on, submission dates, placement confirmations. PRO royalty statements are delayed 6 to 18 months. That's normal. Follow up if something's missing. Nothing falls through the cracks if you're tracking it. Now, not all placements are created equal. The tier matters enormously. Not just for the upfront check, but for how much royalty income that placement generates over the next 5 years. Small YouTube placement, 25 to 150. Minimal royalties. Regional TV commercial, now we're talking. $500 to $3,000 up front, plus $300 to $1,500 a year for 3 to 5 years. National TV, $5,000 to $50,000. And a major film placement, $25,000 to $250,000 plus. That's life-changing money from one track. But here's what you should actually target first. Regional TV commercials and streaming TV background placements. These are realistic to land through Pond 5 and Music Gateway without knowing anyone in the industry. They pay well, and the royalties compound. So what does this actually look like over time? Let me show you a realistic projection. Conservative numbers. 50 tracks, 3 years. No hype, just how sync income actually behaves for catalog builders.
Year 1, 2 to 3 placements, about $3,000 to $4,500. Royalties haven't kicked in yet. Year 2, 5 to 8 placements, and now year 1's royalties start arriving, $10,000 to $16,000. Year 3, 10 to 15 new placements plus royalties layering from years 1 and 2, $25,000 to $50,000 from 50 tracks.
And remember, that same catalog is also earning on Spotify, YouTube Content ID, Bandcamp. Sync isn't a replacement for those revenue streams. It's a layer on top, the highest earning layer by far. Before you start submitting, let me save you some pain. Most sync failures aren't about the music. They're about completely preventable mistakes that kill your submission before anyone presses play.
Mistake number 1, and this is the big one: submitting raw Suno or Udio output without cleaning the AI signatures. This is the single biggest rejection trigger in 2026. Run every track through Undetectr. Every track. This one step prevents the most common failure mode in sync submissions.
Mistake 2. Submitting MP3s.
Most libraries require WAV or AIFF. An MP3 flags you as non-professional. Some platforms auto-reject it. Mistake 3. Generic titles. Upbeat track 4 is invisible to music supervisors. Use something searchable. Nostalgic acoustic morning. High energy electronic chase. Metadata is how your music gets found.
Mistake 4. No PRO registration.
Without it, you only collect the upfront sync fee. You're leaving the back-end royalties on the table. Over 5 years, those royalties often exceed the upfront fee. And mistake 5. Submitting to the wrong platform. An experimental ambient track has no business on Musicbed. Match your sound to the platform's audience.
So that's the complete pipeline. Generate your tracks, clean them with Undetectr, €39 lifetime, done. Register with a PRO. Submit to 3 to 5 libraries. Pitch to active briefs. Track everything. A 50-track catalog. 3 years of consistent work. $25,000 to $50,000 a year. And it keeps compounding.
Honestly, the window is right now.
The creators who build clean catalogs in 2026 will have a compounding advantage for years. Every track you submit today is another asset earning royalties in 2028, 2029, 2030. Start building.